Palantir Technology is one of the stocks that brought a lot of excitement to their investors. As for the Q4 of 2020, this company managed to beat an expected EPS of 0.02 by reporting an EPS which was 0.06. This was so great for the Q4 of 2020, as you would know that this would simply mean, or this meant that this company is becoming more and more profitable, which is what attracts investors into coming and invest into a stock. So you all know that not only did they thresh the EPS, but they also thresh the expected revenues. So this is a stock that is doing quite well, and looking at some of their deals or the partnerships that they just recently announced, you can see that this stock is headed towards the right direction. So many of you guys might be asking yourselves that, then with the stock that did that well in the Q4 of 2020, why is it trading this down? I mean, you cannot forget that not only looking to the Q4 of 2020 results, this is a stock that is currently doing so great. I mean, previous week you remember that I released a video of this stock announcing its new partnership with a company called Cellularity. I also announced or give you a update regarding Royal Navy renewing their contract with Palantir Technologies, which is something that ought to drive this stock to the moon. But looking at where Palantir stock is currently trading, because as seen on the screen, you'll notice that this stock pre-market, it was down by more than 10%. I guess it's bringing a lot of panic, or it brought a lot of panic to the Palantir stock investors, as it meant that this stock, or the share price that we saw Palantir dropping by yesterday, now it's even further by 10% more. So this is bringing a lot of panic into the Palantir investors. Of course, today, though the stock price is trading that low, we cannot forget that Palantir today just announced their Q1 2021 earnings results, which we as Palantir investors knew for sure that they were going to produce good earnings results. Otherwise, with all that, allow me to welcome you to yet another awesome video. Now, on today's video, guys, we will be specifically looking at the Q1 2021 earnings results that Palantir just released today. So please do watch this video until the end, because I definitely think that at the end of this video, you will definitely like what I have in store for you. Otherwise, please note that I'm not a professional financial advisor. All that I'll be discussing with you here on this video are just my opinions. And if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do. You need to go and consult the professionals. Otherwise, without a waste of time, for the Q1 of 2021, Palantir Technologies reported a total revenue of $341 million, which is a 49% increase year over year. So this is a very good figure, because you remember that this just simply shows you that Palantir continues to do well. Palantir is continuing to report better and better total revenue generated, which is a very good thing that you must have in mind before you panic by just checking the way the current stock price of this company is dropping. So these are some of the things that you ought to check, guys, because you will panic and sell a very good stock that is doing so great and not realize that this can be a stock that can make you get closer to your financial freedom. Now, not only did Palantir thresh their total revenue they reported in Q4 of 2020, but they also threshed the expected total revenue that the analysts were expecting. This, once again, it's a very good thing that ought to encourage you to stay long onto this company, because this just simply means that it is doing so well. Now, not only did Palantir report the good total revenue generated, but they also reported a good cash flow operation of $117 million, which is a 34% increase. This just once again shows you how good this company is becoming. Now, Palantir Technology for the Q1 of 2021 also reported an adjusted free cash flow of $151 million, which is a 44% increase. So these guys, it's another thing that should definitely open up your eyes to say that this company is doing very well. This company continues to do so great. Now, the last thing that I definitely think that it's very important on this earnings report, or on the earnings result that Palantir just released today, is the fact that they reported an EPS of 0.04, which is a very good EPS, though it's a bit lower from the EPS that they reported in the Q4 of 2020 of 0.06. I definitely think that this company is still continuing to do well, irregardless. And by the way, this company or Palantir was expected by analysts to report this kind of EPS. So this just simply means that this is a very good stock that is doing so great. I mean, irregardless of the fact that this stock is dropping, this is a stock that, as I've said in the beginning of this video, it is a stock with a very strong fundamentals, and I definitely think that this is a very good long-term stock that will definitely generate you tons and tons of money. And guys, irregardless of the fact that this stock was down pre-market by over 10%, this is a stock that is set to do very well. And one thing that I think you need to note is the fact that it is not only Palantir that's down. Almost all US stocks are down, guys. US stocks are not doing that well generally, because as seen on the screen, you will notice that even the VOO or the Vanguard S&P 500 index, it was down pre-market by over 1%. This should just definitely indicate to you that it's almost all companies that are down in the US stocks, because this VOO S&P 500, you'll remember that it tracks the top 500 companies in the US. So this just simply means that on a majority of those companies in that index are going down. Their share price or their stock price is going down. So guys, don't say that the problem is with Palantir. No, the problem is the fact that the entire US market is down. This should just definitely open up your mind or your eyes to say that, guys, the problem is not the individual stocks that you might own. Same with my favorite stock, NEO. It's not only NEO that has a problem, guys, but like I said, all the US stocks are down, which personally what I would advise you to do during this time, guys, is to load up on these stocks, because you will definitely know that, as I'm telling you, these stocks are set to do very well, regardless of the fact that they are dropping so heavily. But these stocks, their fundamentals are not changing. Instead, they continue to strengthen their fundamentals, which is something that ought to encourage you to stay long onto these companies. Otherwise, guys, I definitely think that Palantir Technology is a very good long-term stock that it's still going to do very well. It's a stock that is going to perform very well in the near future, and I definitely think that you should stay long onto this company because it is set to do very well. Otherwise, with all that, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, guys, I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And like I said, this is the time that you ought not to panic, but to add on your top favorite stocks that you own, because I can definitely tell you for sure, like what I've been saying, the fundamentals of these stocks are not changing. It's just that the markets are just down at the moment. And you'll remember that something that I always stress or tell you is that we can't expect the stock market to always go up like a straight line. Sometimes the market does have to do these kind of things so that the market is able to reset some of these trends that we see in our good stocks. Otherwise, I wish you nothing but the best, like I said, in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.